When you can get a really good deal for something, it's like,
right?
Just go ahead and get it. It's working. It's working.
Hold up.
Okay guys, so this is the living room area, and I'm thinking that I want to have dual sofas. That's the way I'm thinking right now, and do a TV console that goes all the way across right here. That's what I'm thinking, and then do a electric fireplace in the middle, TV on top. I want to have some light fixtures that actually hang from the ceiling down on both sides. So, hi everybody, welcome back. In today's video, we're focusing mainly on my entertainment wall. There is so much going on in this area that I couldn't turn this into a full living room reveal, especially since the rest of the room is still a work in progress. I am still curating the right pieces. Y'all know how I do. And this entertainment wall isn't quite done either, but I had to show it to you now because it ties directly into the next video. Now, everybody's heard of an IKEA hack, but this right here is a Temu hack like you have never seen before. I was able to pull off a full wall-to-wall setup that looks totally custom, high-end, and for less than some people's monthly car note.
I said what I said.
It's given built-ins, elevated, budget-friendly, without the cost or without looking like it. So stick around, take notes, and let me show you how my vision came together, my DIYs, a few hiccups along the way, and why this is only part 1 of the Living Room Makeover series. So let's dive in. All right, so if you learn nothing else from this video, please remember to measure twice and cut once or order once. In my case, I did make sure that I measured digitally, but then I went back and I measured with my tape measure to make sure that those numbers were correct. I came to measure this from baseboard to baseboard is 189. So I might even have to take the baseboard out, but I'm thinking everything will fit because 63 times 3 is 189 on the nose. So from here to here is 189 baseboard to baseboard. Well, quarter round to quarter round. So I'm good on my 3 63-inch cabinets from Temu.
A few inches later.
But that's the way my brain thinks. I saw this, I knew what I wanted, and I had to figure out how to make the pieces work. I knew that I wanted to do wall to wall, and then I figured it could be done. So let's see if I will be able to do it. So what I'm going to do is put the first and second cabinet together. I don't necessarily need to show you guys that because they have instructions in the box, and you may actually end up doing a completely different setup. Obviously, you know, I have my measurements and you have yours. But I do want to focus on the third cabinet, which was the one that I ended up having to hack, you know, do the MAKEOVER to. So let's focus more on that one. And something I didn't notice until I actually started taking this out, this is actually a painted wood. It's not your typical MDF. Like, you can see the grain in here, you can feel it. So yeah, I didn't even know that until I actually took it out. That's probably why it's so heavy. I had to pay someone to bring these into the house. My brain is telling me that we go ahead and put the third cabinet together, okay guys? And then measure the depth of this right here, like this depth is all I really need to be concerned about, because there is a tiny bit of overlap. This is going to sit probably about right here. It's like a little bit of overlap. But I need to take that depth out of this. You see, guys, that's what we have to do so that it'll recess in, but it won't bump into this. So this has to be ripped down and installed a different way, since there are some bolts. There's a cam and bolt system up there, but it doesn't sit back far enough for the recess. Guys, I want to show you what I was talking about in case you guys are confused. So the depth of the fireplace is 4 inches. 4 inches. So that has to be considered on this center board. So that 4 inches will be transferred right here, right? You know, ish. And then this whole section, 4 inches needs to be taken out so that the fireplace can recess without any issues. So I just need a straight edge to make sure my line is good. And I'm gonna go a hair over my 4 inches. When I say a hair, I mean like a 16th. Not a lot. So right there is the part that needs to be removed. So this was cut down. I don't need that piece anymore. This is the piece that we're going to use. I did put some tape on it, even though it doesn't matter that much because it's not even being seen for anything, but the tape helps to reduce the amount of rippage that you get. So this piece will now fit like that, so the fireplace can be recessed in there. And then I have my 4 inches right there, as you can see. 4 inches and a hair, maybe like, I think I'm about a 16th over. There is a wooden dowel that goes in here and a cam and bolt that goes in here and here. And since this one has been deleted, now this space right here will get filled in with some liquid nails, and then from the bottom I can actually have a screw going through there. Oh, I'm trying to make an effort to show you guys my tools because so many of you have been asking in the comments, so that tells me that you ladies are starting to get a little bit more brave, and you actually want to do things. This is my Ryobi jigsaw, and very easy to use. So I have a album in my Amazon storefront with my tools in them, but yeah, just so you guys can see this one. I love it. It's kind of heavy though. When I tell you, it literally has come down to a hair. This is so tight, and it has to be inched in little by little. So I just have it sitting there, but it's gonna be up higher so that the distribution of filler is even between the top and the bottom, or at least there's some on the bottom and some on the top. But yeah, so I don't want to push it all the way back because things have to be plugged in, and I'm still trying to figure out what the next steps are for this thing, and it's pretty snug. Pretty damn I might even take out part of that quarter round, so we have a little bit more breathing room. But like I said, there is like a little bit of lip over here and a little bit of lip over there, reveal or whatever. But yeah, that's it. Not a lot, but I definitely wanted to make sure it didn't fall within the cabinet. So this is good. I'm cutting the back of this cabinet open for a few reasons. One, for ventilation. Two, so I can actually work from the back of this cabinet. This is the one that has the fireplace. So I had this idea that if I put these little anchors in here and in here, and then over here as well, and over here, I can then zip tie through this and anchor it to this wall that I cut right here and here, and then also on this wall and that wall. And then it's gonna sit on this 2x4 right here. I just put that in, so this will sit on top of that. But that way it'll hold in place. Okay, I need some grill for the front of that, some zip tie or something. Okay everybody, so since I had to run out to the hardware store anyway, I decided to stop at this place called Drifter's Wood, which is close to my home, and they have some of the most beautiful pieces of driftwood that you can even imagine.
So he'll make a nice inside piece.
Yeah.
It will make a really nice inside.
That's really pretty. You guys are gonna see why I needed to get some of this driftwood. It actually ties into the wall that we're doing. So I picked out some really gorgeous pieces and I cannot wait to show you how I use them. All right, once the car was loaded up, I ran over to Lowe's, got some zip ties and also something to MAKEOVER, a grill. The space above the fireplace needs a mesh because I don't want to cover it. You're not supposed to because of the heat. So this is a 12-inch piece. I am going to cut this into 4-inch strips and then I'll figure out the rest as I go along. I'm going to use my duckbill scissors. These will cut through thin sheets of metal. As you can see, they have been used quite a bit, but it's cutting through here, so just wanted to let you guys know. Now I have 3 4-inch pieces. Yay! So what I did here was take it and put it at the edge of my counter, and I folded it over so I would actually have a lip so I can screw up into the cabinet. So that's pretty much what the mesh looks like, going all along there. And see it from the inside, it's just screwed up at the top and there. Okay, so the 2 ones on the end, I tied them into the back of the fireplace. It did come with those little clips, but I had to get some longer zip ties so I could tie it into the side, and then that's the middle, and then that's the other end. So it's tied in, it's not going anywhere. I'm pushing it from the back and it's not going anywhere. So there you go. Yay! Okay, so this is the part where I'm embarrassed because I have to tell you that I had to unscrew all of that. See all of that styrofoam in between the glass and the back of the fireplace? Well, yeah, you have to do that before you install the fireplace. And then there's the grate that I created across the front. So there's ventilation in here. This is never going to be completely covered, and it should not be. It said right on the thing, do not cover. So that's why I created it the way that it is. The 2x4 brought it up so that on the sides, the reveal is the same. So yeah, and then along the top, like I said, you have this grate for extra ventilation. This is the one that is part of the fireplace itself. This is the one that I bought from Lowe's. Was like $22 one $22 for one, and I cut it into strips. You saw that. So I just was trying to do my best to match this with this, and I think I did pretty good. Okay guys, I hope you're still with me. This wall was very bare, but not for long. Okay, fireplace check, cabinets check, wallpaper not so check. This was the original one that I got from Temu, but I didn't like it. It was reading too pink, so I sent it back and I got a different one. Just that one piece right there has way too much pink in it, and I am not feeling it. So this was the first one that I actually did. I just wanted you guys to see, like, yeah, had to start all over again, go back to the drawing board and find this one. So this is the second one. I'm hoping that there's no pink in it. I don't know what's their fascination with pinkies, but yeah, I needed to read a little bit more brownish green. That's the rug. It's picking up red on camera, but it's not. It's brown. Let me take it out. So here are the colors. I definitely love the colors more on this one, because this is what I wanted. Some more greens. And then there's even a little bit of this blue teal aqua that I didn't expect. So I do love that. Now, all we gotta do is get it hung up on the wall. Get it, get it, get it. Anyway, we're gonna start over here. I've already went ahead and drew a line with my torpedo level, and it's on the wall. So that way I can try to follow this and keep it as straight as possible. Unfortunately, ceilings are not always straight in these homes regardless. They're even worse in Mexico, but no offense. But yeah, so I'm using my level to start out, go that way. I did try to start out that way yesterday, but the overlap was coming from this direction, which I should have known because that said 1. I got that piece sitting over there. Decided I'd come back and start over here like I'm supposed to. So just follow the plan, because the thing I noticed is that on that piece, the overlap wasn't working going in this direction, like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It need to go 1, 2, 3 like that, so that when you do the overlap, it actually comes over the next piece. So I will say that. The other thing with this wallpaper, this mural coming from Temu, is that it does stretch a little bit. So when you pull it away, it might have some give. And I don't like that because I've worked with other murals before. This one, I will say, does have some give. So make sure you get it right from the start, because you don't want to have to pull it away and then have wrinkles in it. But since my wrinkles are going in that corner and I'm gonna have a big plant there, I'm not too particularly worried about it being perfect. So this is what I mean by coming over. You have to come up over it, not alongside. And then the patterns match up. See that? The reason that I'm using my hand and not the scraper is because of these little bumps right here. I went across one of those at the bottom and I actually scraped it, and the paper is kind of thin, so I don't want to risk putting a big old scrape right in the middle of my wall. So I'm just using my hand right now. It does remove pretty easily, but it is a little bit soft and bendy, so it does stretch a little bit. But see that big bump right there? Like if I had gone over that with a scraper, it would have cut the mural. What I did was I went ahead and lifted it back up very carefully and just scraped out the little hole in the wall. So I'm probably gonna go over these just to feel out if there's any more of that before I continue. All right, 2 pieces down and only 4 more to go to complete this mural. So tell me guys in the comments, would you do something like this? Some of these edges were a little bit jagged, and I mean they could be cut off, but because there are no guidelines on the back like with other wallpapers and murals and stuff, I don't trust myself to make a straight line. So I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm going to go ahead and just put it up and then smooth it out as much as possible. We're not looking for perfection here. Obviously everybody knows it's a mural, it's not a painting. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the best that I can, but I don't trust myself to cut off those edges. I'm going to assume that everybody knows that you need to let the wallpaper hang down, measure for the outlets, take the plates off, and then put the plates back on so you have a clean transition. Okay guys, remember that driftwood? Now it's time for me to show you what I did. I knew that I wanted to follow the lines of the palms in the mural, so that's why I was very selective when I was picking the pieces that I needed. I didn't want to do slats, I've been there, done that, but this wood grain wallpaper also came from Temu. Let me show you where I got the beautiful lamps. All right, these light fixtures are designer, but I got them at a steal. She was selling them for $60 a piece. I paid $40 each because I was buying a few other things from her, and I really had to refrain. She had some beautiful, beautiful items. This was her warehouse, and she told me I needed to go check out the boutique. I love these nesting tables, and it took everything in me not to bring them home. I had no need for them, but I just wanted to look around her warehouse a little bit, show you guys that, but then we're gonna go to the store. Okay guys, so I came out, I met up with Gwen. Say hi, Gwen. Gwen is an interior designer here in North Carolina. What is the name of your store?
Mad River.
Mad River.
And we're here in Southport on the main street coming into town. And
Southport, North Carolina.
We have all kinds of home decor and gifts, and we have some clothing and jewelry, and it's a pretty amazing store.
Okay guys, so I told you I was gonna take you into Gwen's store, Mad River. And it is so cute. Cannot wait to get inside. All right, let's go inside. Malika, look what I just found in this store. It's the baby version of the one you made me. Isn't that cute? It's got the ocean right here. Wow. Okay, gotta do a quick pause and a shout out to my girl Malika on the Move, one of my favorite storytellers here on YouTube. She did this in my colors when we were living in Mexico. Thanks, Malika. Okay, back to the video. After I was done shopping, it was time for a quick beach break, and I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. If you're on the East Coast and you're looking for a quick getaway, I would definitely look into Southport. It's very beautiful. Okay guys, so got the projector screen up there. It was so much fun, not because when I measured it from there, where I wanted it to butt right up against the wood, right? So that it would be easy for me to run cord management right along the wood, in the wood finish. But I had to move it over because on this side, you can see the ceiling got scratched up quite a bit because behind that at exactly 8 feet, which is center to center, where the holes are in the back of this, at that 8, did I say 8 feet or 8 inches? I meant to say 8 feet. I don't know what I said. Anyway, that 8 feet center to center was meeting up to a metal plate on that side. And no matter where the drill went in, it just kept on pushing back, pushing back. Even got some scratches over here. I'm gonna have to clean the ceiling off. But I do hate this because I'm gonna have to figure out how to disguise this. So first of all, cord management here. I wanted it to be here. So now I gotta do cord management here, and then I have to cord management this. So this is the cord management that I got. I got white because the beige was too tan, so. A quick, easy, and inexpensive way to elevate your spaces by managing your cords. If you see cords hanging out in my videos, trust and believe they will get handled. I cannot stand cords hanging out. They just make your space look messy. And I also have to figure out how to disguise this. Probably I'll do that with the palm leaf so you don't see this stupid box, because there is a remote for it, but it's working. It's working. All right, guys, what do we think? Leave your comments below. Hit the like button if you liked it. And if you stuck around this long, I gotta tell you, I am not done. I got something else for you. I know, I'm a big tease, right? And I got my booty in the air. Anyway, I'm a little short-winded from moving these boxes over here, so forgive me. But I just hope that you enjoyed that video and picked up some tips and tricks on how to make your space look leveled up, customized, built in without blowing the budget. I did all of this behind me for under $700. Cabinets, wallpaper, mural, light fixtures, candlestick holders, which I didn't show in the video, but those were also a Facebook Market find, and I paid $20 for both of them. So yeah, like I said, all of that, some people pay more than that for their car note. But at any rate, I hope that you come back and see part 2. It's in this box, that box, and another box over by the door. All right, guys, you know what to do. Leave your comments. If you don't know what to say, please just drop me some palm trees in the comments, okay? How about that? And I will see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button. And I think that's it. I'm tired.